YouTube, what is up? Pocket Profit coming back with another video. Today guys, in this video I'm going to give you 5 tips to really help you when dealing with thrift stores that are just crazy price, just ridiculous prices, just crazy off the wall prices, and these tips and tricks are really going to help you find profitable items and still make money at those locations. But before we get started in this video guys, if you want to learn more about eBay, more about Amazon, online business, anything like that, make sure you subscribe. When we go live, you'll get notified and you can come hang out live with us and ask questions and have a good time. So let's go ahead and get started on the video. So the first thing that you can do to help combat really crazy price thrift stores is knowing when they have their sales day. Now I know this seems kind of common, but a lot of times thrift stores will have a certain day of the week, whether it's a Friday or a Monday or a Tuesday, where they have special deals going on. It just helps bring customers in and everything like that. So if you have a local thrift store, make sure you're finding out when their half off day is, their dollar day is, or blue color day, purple color day. If you know those sale days, you can just avoid those thrift stores, let's say, altogether until that day. So for me, if it's Thursday, let's say, I know my Goodwills have half off toys and kids stuff. And so I know, hey, that's the day I want to go there for those types of items or whatever. So really make sure you're finding out what your thrift store offers when it comes to sales and certain colors and certain days. Make sure you're really looking at that, because that can really help you, especially if it's a 50% off day. If you're a clothing seller and Thursdays they have half price on blazers, suit coats, whatever. Well, something that was not a good price before at 50% off could be a very good price, and that would really help you guys out. All right, so the second tip is find out if that thrift store does any coupons. A good example is for me at my Goodwills. If you donate something, a small bag of clothes, a couple items, or some toys, or anything at all, they give me a 25% off coupon up to $100 off my purchase, which can be huge. A lot of times, I'll have an item that didn't sell or couldn't sell. It was really cheap. I bought it for 25 cents, like a mug, couple mugs, let's say, that I bought for $1 for 4 or 5 of them. They didn't sell, and I'm sick of looking at them, and I want to get rid of them. I'll put them in a bag, I'll donate them back, I'll get a 25% off coupon, and I'll actually probably get a few dollars off my purchase that day. So I'll actually either I'll recoup my money and technically get more value that way. So make sure you're looking for those coupons, because like I said, if you find an item and right now you're only going to make 5 on it or whatever, but you have a 25% off coupon, well, it might end up being close to $10, $20 or whatever it ends up being, depending on how the pricing is, and it can make an item that's not really profitable or just barely profitable an actual good item to get. So make sure you guys are looking at those coupons that can really help with these crazy price thrift stores. Alright, so tip number 3. The third thing is look for not very well known items. And what do I mean by that? So like video games. Everyone knows video games and Mario Kart and all those older Donkey Kong. People know that stuff. People know that stuff's worth money, right? But if you're looking for, I don't know, like a faucet, brand new sealed, or a board game that's not well known, or a certain, like the Monopoly deal card game that a lot of people don't associate that having value, they'll put a $1 sticker on that or whatever, because they assume it's only a $1 or $2 game when it's really a $10 game. Or if you get the Monopoly Millionaire card game, it's like a $40 game. They don't associate that really with a lot of value. So when you're in these thrift stores that are just crazy price on the well-known name brand items, like Nike shoes or brand new webcams, or things that are easily visual, that it's expensive, TI-84 calculators, things like that, where a lot of people know what they are and they price high. Make sure you're looking for the not so well known items that have value but people just don't know about it, like the Monopoly Deal card games, like the Monopoly Deal Millionaire card game, things like that, where people won't associate a lot of value to that item, even though they do have value. So I think that's a very good tip to use, and make sure you're just trying to look for those not so well known items. All right, so tip number 4. The fourth tip is get to know the people that work there. And you're kind of going, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, if you get to know the people that work there and the managers, they might hook you up with a coupon you didn't have. I've had this happen where I was just talking to some people. I've known them for a few times that I've gone in there, and I've been hooked up with coupons, and they went ahead and just put it towards all my goods. You know, like I had like almost $100 worth of stuff, and they did a 25% off coupon. I saved like 25 bucks or whatever, 25 bucks. And just by knowing them, talking to them, laughing with them, have a good time, make their day better, anything like that that you can do to make that person's day better or just more interesting. You know, monotonous, same job, same thing over and over and over again. Sometimes those days are hard and they just get bored and they get sick of it. And anytime you can just give them something to have a little fun with, some conversation, how's your day, anything, that can go a huge way to make their day great. And they want to help you. And they'll do that with either a coupon or you know, a markdown, or hey, I know that's, you know, should be cheaper, let me ask somebody. And this also goes with knowing the manager. If you can get this type of relationship with a manager, they might call you, especially if you're in there all the time, you're buying stuff, and they know what you like, and say they get a bunch of video games in, and they'll call you and be like, hey, I know these are worth it, but if you want to take them all, we'll give you a discounted price. Or if you come in that day and you're like, hey, I'd buy all these, but you guys got to come down a few dollars, and then I'll buy them all. And if you know that manager or those employees, they might go ahead and do that just because you've built up a relationship with them. So that is a huge, huge one. It's simple, guys. Just ask people how their day's going. It doesn't take that much time. They're going to be ringing up your items anyway. So make sure you're just being nice and talk to them and treat them like human beings, okay? And that kind of leads into the last one. Tip number 5 is be respectful. Too many times, you know, I hear about people walking in to a thrift store, and, you know, we all get caught up in it. We all sometimes do it where you see something and it's just ridiculously overpriced, and we start huffing and puffing and talking crap and doing all this stuff. But what you guys need to understand is the more you pay, like, give attention to an item, the more they're going to think that it has that value. So if you have a TI-84 Plus and you're in there like, I can't believe you're asking $120, that's ridiculous, blah, 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 like all this stuff. Anytime you give that item more attention, whether it's negative or positive really, that's going to give them cues to whether to look it up realistically, or there's something going on with this item and it's always on the back of their mind if they see one like, oh yeah, that person was screaming about this item, it must be worth something, or it must be actually valuable, or something like that, where it gives them some sort of connection to it that they might not have had, where this person might have priced it at 30 and the next person might have priced it at 5, but because there was an incident, now they know about it. Now that it's on their radar. Now they're pricing it accordingly. Now they're pricing it correctly or whatever. And that ends up hurting us in the long run. So the best way to do it is you see it. If you can't make any money on it as priced, you can't use a coupon on it, you know, you can't ask a manager or whatever, and that just doesn't feel like it's going to work or anything like that, then just walk away from it, guys, and move on. We all have the items that we see and we're like, oh, I know that's going to sell. It's a really good item, but it is just priced too high. And we all huff and puff and we get angry about it. But it is what it is, and it's just better to move on. So the next one that comes through, they might price low or incorrectly. And lastly, it might not sell at that price, guys. It might end up waiting till that half price day. So just because right now it's not valuable or not profitable doesn't mean it's not going to be there for that half off day to make it profitable. So the more you put attention to it, like I said, the more things might happen where they'll pull it off the shelf, they'll look it up, they'll sell it differently, so just leave it alone. Move on, relax a minute, take that breath, and just move on to the next thing, and try to find some profitable items in the thrift store. But you guys, that was 5 tips that I had. I know it's kind of quick, kind of just shooting a lot of information at you, but I hope this really helps. I really hope you guys like this video, And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. You guys, you want to see more videos like this, you want to learn more about eBay, Amazon, online business, go ahead and subscribe, get the notifications going, so when we go live, you can come hang out and ask questions live with me. But that's all I have for you guys today, so I'll see you on the next one. Pocket Profit out.